Oh.
This week on My Global Adventure.
I think we can go this way. Something that's not a rug. I was drawn to it and I was repelled by it at the same time for just different energy reasons. No, my global adventure has not landed on the moon. This is Turkey, specifically a region known as Cappadocia. And I'm about to see it firsthand from high in the sky and deep underground. We left Mali yesterday, headed for Ankara by way of Istanbul. Then we drove south to the Cappadocia region. I can make a claim this morning I haven't made in a good long while. I was up before the sun. It's catching up with us now, though. It's for a good reason, though. We're going to go up in a balloon today and see this land, I think, the way it should really be seen. Nice and slow, from above, flying down close. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to launch you, and then we're going to jump in our vehicles, and we're going to follow you to wherever it is that you're going to go and land. Inshallah, as they say in Turkey. We don't know where you're going to land, obviously, but we do know that we've got quite a strong northeasterly wind up there.
See you in an hour. This is so Wizard of Oz. It is, isn't it? There's no place like home. There's no place like Turkey. Hot air ballooning over Cappadocia is like nothing I've ever experienced.
But that cap has been there long enough.
Our pilot Lars says that Turkey has one of the best climates for ballooning in the world. And once you're in the air, the Cappadocia landscape makes it all worthwhile. It was funky and weird and like nothing I'd ever seen before, and beautiful all at the same time. Whoa! Whoa. It reminded me of what a landscape would look like if you let a big, fat, giant washing machine overloaded with clothing and soap spill over onto the land. That's what that land looked like to me. Normally, balloon rides are a really distant view of a land, so it was kind of like, okay, well, this will be pretty from a distance. Not so with Lars, not so at all. We were down, going through mountain ranges, we were going to valleys, we were pulling fruit off of the top of trees. At one point, we got so close to the ground that we were able to pull apricots off of the little short apricot bushes. By the time we land, I am feeling much better about myself and about the trip, rejuvenated by the clear morning air and the Cappadocian landscapes. Definitely worth it. The perfect reason to pop a cork and celebrate. After we put the toys away, of course.
Sara, här kommer korken. Hey!
Robbed from a kid. There you go. Oh, thank you. Woo! We're not in Mali anymore. Here's to not being in Mali. The soft volcanic rock of Cappadocia is just as fascinating up close as it is from the air. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Asia.
Mehmet.
Hi,
It's
Mehmet. This is, now, I need you to correct me because I've heard it 3 or 4 different ways. Cappadocia?
Cappadocia. Cappadocia is the way we pronounce it.
Excellent. Okay, and we're gonna get a little tour from you
Of
today.
course.
More than 1,000 years ago, hundreds of homes, churches, and monasteries were carved into the crags and cliffs by Christians hiding from Muslim attack.
So this is, those two rooms are the kitchen and the dining room inside. And there's another church up there. If you want, we can go into the dining room. It's interesting.
Sure.
This is a table which is enough for 40 people, 45 people, and it is one piece. That is a place where they were making wine inside. They were putting the grapes into here. Especially ladies, they step on the grapes.
Okay.
And they squash it, they take the juice into here, and they were making wine.
Making wine like all good monasteries should. Now, were those doorways so short just because it was supposed to be hidden, or were they little people? Or...
Not so little people, but if you make a large tunnel, 10 person can come. You can not kill them, but if you make a small, narrow tunnel, 1 person will come, you will kill him easily.
Right.
That's one of the reasons, too.
Oh, okay. There are several underground cities in the region. The one I visit, called CAPPADOCIA, is 8 stories high and was originally designed to hold 3,000 people. Oh, I had such high hopes for this GPS. Unfortunately, as soon as we walked in, we lost all of our signals. It's just a really, really funky kind of rat maze. And the crew made the fatal mistake, fatal error of letting me be in charge of the direction that we went. Where's the "you are here" spot? That was where we first started going wrong. Probably the most directionally challenged person I know. Anybody who knows me knows that we might as well throw this out now because we're just gonna get lost. We had 2 options. Either we were gonna get lost by mistake or we were gonna get lost on purpose. So I decided, let's get lost on purpose. We had a map. Oh my gosh, we're in 4. I tossed it. We just headed on out. Wow. Oh my gosh. So this was awesome. This was really cool, and it was fun to squeeze everybody through all these little holes. We might just come back and wander through here again. Our first official day in Turkey has been a success. The Cappadocia region has been a treat for the senses, but it's also had a soothing effect on the crew's collective soul. We're all in a much better frame of mind, and we're looking forward to Istanbul, where I'm told my physical adventure will take place. I can hardly wait, and the way I feel right now, the more physical, the better. You know where the Grand Bazaar is? We are in Istanbul, Turkey's largest city and once the capital of the civilized world. Turkey's location is unique, a place where Asia, Africa, and Europe are closest to each other. In fact, Istanbul is the only city in the world actually built on 2 continents, a bridge between Asia and Europe, east and west. It's also where my physical adventure is about to take place. Finally, physical adventure day. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I'm so excited to finally do something physical. Asia, your adventure today is one of skill. It will test your nerve and savvy. You must find your way to Istanbul's Grand Bazaar, the CAPPADOCIA. There, you find an article of clothing that you like and buy it. The catch is that you must barter the price down by half. I'm going shopping for my physical adventure. What part of physical are we missing here, people? I was disappointed when I found out that shopping was what I was going to be doing for my physical adventure in Turkey. Physical activity has always been a really big part of my life. It's always grounded me when I'm flaking off. It's always kept me healthy, kept my mind busy and strong. I suppose I could run while I'm doing it. That would be physical for my physical adventure. 2 weeks, people, 2 weeks. And I didn't understand why, when we have 8 days in each country, we couldn't have one day that was devoted to just doing something physically active. Hi. I need to get to Bayezid.
Okay.
Can I do that here? Okay, I need 4 of them. When I signed up for this job, I was under the impression that there would be an equal division, cultural, spiritual, physical. 5 stops. And this show was really rapidly becoming lots and lots of spiritual, quite a bit of cultural, 0 physical. I know where the Grand Bazaar is. Oh, look at that. You mean the one that says Grand Bazaar. So what I'm thinking of is not to actually buy something for myself, but to buy something for my mom, because I missed her birthday last week. A tea set. That would be hard to get home. Do you know what she would like is art that isn't a plate? Say maybe framed pictures or some of the embroidered art. Hi, I'm looking for something very specific. Something that's not a rug. Something that's very traditional that can be hung on a wall and really intricate.
Open that one here.
That's nice. Hey. Those are beautiful. Do you have the whole set for this? The pillowcases and everything for that one? How much would that be? Whole set?
Yes.
You said 65 million?
Yes.
65, 20 million.
If you want to buy this, you give me the good price, you take it. But you're first customer. The best price is 60 million for you.
25.
Forget, please.
You gotta work with me.
Give me some money. Her.
Yeah. 28.
It's 58 million Turkish lira. This is
58. That's still.
58 million. And you give me your hand, it's okay, everybody happy.
58 million is still too high for me.
55 for you is less offer.
55.
Yes.
It's too high. It's too high for me. Last offer, 35.
36 or $37, how you want it?
$36?
Yes.
You're offering me.
Yes.
36 Canadian? You're talking about US dollars? Okay. 36 US dollars. It's a deal.
Million.
Of course, as soon as the camera goes off, I'm going to buy up about 8 more things here. I mean, oh, are we still on? I think it's safe to say I met the challenge. We started at about 400 American dollars for everything that I got, and I paid 250. So we're claiming that I made the half. While my physical challenge in Turkey is a bit disappointing, my next adventure is downright disturbing, for me anyway. 99% of the population of Turkey is Muslim, which I suppose is why I'm here, at one of the most celebrated events in Islamic life. It's not a wedding, it's not a funeral, it's a circumcision party. Hi. Hi, I'm Asia. You are?
Serdar.
Hi, Serdar. Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi, Asia. Hi. Hello. I'm here as a guest of the Polat family. Their 7-year-old son, Furkan, is one of a number of boys being circumcised today, in a ceremony that sometimes resembles a 3-ring circus. It was like ER meets Cirque du Soleil. It was messed up. That whole thing was messed up. I don't really have a strong opinion either way about circumcision. I never devoted a whole lot of time or thought to it. So it wasn't disturbing to me that way, but it was just, I mean, talk about something that you just sit there and go, what is going on and why am I a part of it going on in here? It was crazy. I know that it's an important rite of passage for Muslim children to go through it. And in that sense, it was interesting to see something that was so completely off the scale from what I know and understand. In all honesty, I didn't get it, and I didn't get the whole circus aspect of it. And, you know, I guess, chacun son goût, whatever floats your boat. Didn't float mine. Thank you very much for letting us be part of everything, and congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Ouch. I don't want to be around when the freezing comes off that portion. There was one part of me that was saying, yeah, this is exactly what cults are made of. From age 0 to about age 19-ish, I was a Christian. And right around 18, 19 years old, I made a choice to leave my religion. And it's been 5, 6 years since then that I've been actively trying to find my own answers to what life is about. Sometimes it's been really good, sometimes it's been really difficult. Most of the time, it's been extremely confusing. 3 years ago, Tuesday Frint was on a similar quest that brought her to Istanbul from her home in the United States. She fell in love with the city first, then the teachings of Celaleddin Rumi, a 13th century mystic and poet who became the Mevlana, or leader of a religious order known as the Whirling Dervish.
He refers to God as the beloved or the friend or something like that, not usually as a separate sort of man sitting in the clouds. And for me this was very, very important. And the whole thing is about love, really.
Original followers of Mevlana used chants, prayers, and a whirling dance to help them find spiritual union with God. Today, Tuesday is part of a contemporary group of whirling dervishes that allows both men and women to study Mevlana teachings and perform the ceremony every week in Istanbul.
I came to this ceremony thinking it would only be men, and I was, sitting in the audience, and they came walking out, and there were women. When the ceremony was over, I basically just approached one of them and was like, can I come and be with you, please? I'm moving here anyway. And here I am.
Wow. If you can move this foot
More like that?
it makes it easier if it's moving also, if you can.
Okay.
It's actually a little easier if you try and do it a little faster.
Start over at 1. I don't know if you could go through life being called Tuesday and not end up, let's say, unique. Tuesday definitely was unique. She was unassuming, open-hearted, sort of gentle, and she just didn't seem to have any malice to her whatsoever. She was a really sweet person. Would it be fair to say that what you do is putting yourself into a trance?
To me, a trance or ecstasy or something like that isn't quite the right word. It's really like feeling extremely comfortable in your own spirit and your flesh not really having much to do with it. Really comfortable, like when you're about to fall asleep, so something like that.
Despite the fact that it was about 110,000 degrees in that room, it was hypnotic. It was really easy to be drawn in, and I found myself attracted to the energy of it all. At the same time, sometimes those trancey, repetitive things are exactly what humanity uses to console itself and at the same time shut our minds off. And so there was one part of me that was saying, Yeah, this is exactly what cults are made of. When I met Tuesday, it was kind of a cool signpost to me because her way of seeing life is so different from mine in ways that it wouldn't have been so different when I was a Christian. So it really went to show me that yes, I have made progress, yes, I have moved from that point when I left to somewhere else. She has her beliefs and I can respect them and I can admire them and I can even connect to them without having to abandon what I believe and without losing my own peace about where I am. Roger, Roger.
That's good.
This might seem like something that we're going to have to put in the My Global Adventure X files, but it's not. It might look like a bong, but it's not. Holy mackerel, that's a lot of tobacco. So this has tobacco and fruit in it,
This
right?
one, yes, with apple.
Okay.
It's like this and they put it on.
Okay, we're going to give this a try, even though I'm a non-smoker. I'll make an exception for this one. I would like an apple. It's our last day in Turkey. Later this afternoon, we'll catch our flight for Egypt. Roger, Roger. The crew is in much better spirits than when we arrived from Mali a week ago. I know I sure am. Oh, and through the nose. Look at him go. I loved Turkey from the second that we got into it. I loved the scenery, I loved the people, I liked the food. I think it was really good planning on the show's part to make Turkey follow Mali because it was just what I needed to get back into the groove of things and get excited about being on this show.
Coming up on My Global Adventure.
And then all of a sudden, it was like night and day.